Hello everyone, welcome to How to Beat Batman for the NES. This game has a little bit of a reputation for being a difficult game, but I'm going to give you the tools to tackle it. So let's get started. I always like the cutscenes in this game, they're really cool. Alright, so Batman starts on the streets of Gotham with just his fists, which is nothing to scoff at because his fists actually do a lot of damage. So there's three actual power-ups that you can get from enemies. There's one that's the bonus, which is what we just picked up, and that just adds a little bit of some points to your score. And then we got ammo, which is what I just picked up. And that adds a little bit of ammunition to Batman's arsenal of gadgets, which I'll get into a little bit later. And the other power-up is a heart, which gives Batman a unit of health back. And all of those are really useful except for the score. The score thing doesn't really do anything. I mean, it might give you extra lives, but I really don't even know. So anyway, okay, so when you do jumps in this game, the jumps are pressure sensitive. So if you just tap the jump button, Batman will do a light jump. But if you hold it down, he'll do a longer or higher jump. So that comes in handy. It takes a lot of practice, but it's totally worth practicing. Okay, so these little mine creatures here, when their teeth start moving, that means they're going to come at you really quickly. So you need to just get out of the way. Another big thing in this game is wall jumping, which is what we're going to do right now. That will definitely come in handy. You need to practice the shit out of it. Any chance that the game gives you, there's no time limit in this game. So anytime the game gives you, a chance to play around with that, I highly recommend doing it. But as far as Batman's punches go, try punching before you think you should, like before the enemy's getting to you. Because it can kind of, like, the enemies can kind of run up on you a little quicker than you think. And so it's best to just punch them and hit them before they hit you, And that's how it is in any game, but this game, you'll see what I mean if you haven't played this game before and you start playing it now. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so we'll switch over the Batarang again. Hit this guy with a couple Batarangs, and level 1 is done and dusted besides the boss here. So this is the boss. So where you're going to want to stand is right about here, and just pepper him with Batarangs if it comes down. Stay over in the corner if it throws fireballs down from that side. If it throws them from this side, you want to stand more towards where I'm standing. But that's pretty much it. Like, you just hit them with Batarangs when they dive down. Alright, so we're going to Axis Chemicals now. Moving right along. Alright, getting tons of bonuses. Wish I was getting some ammo, but it's all good. There's some ammo right there. So the good thing is you get 10 units of ammo per every pickup. So, just getting to 99 on your ammunition is pretty easy. As long as the pickups are, as long as the RNGesus is with you. So, alright. See, already back up to 99. So this is pretty straightforward. You just kind of, jumping through here and bashing stuff up. But right here is a little chance to practice something. If you drop off this platform and then hold left and then jump to the right, you'll get to jump this gap. It's kind of a tight jump, but it's a good place to practice that long jump. So we're going to get that thing's attention. Going to go across. And there'll be plenty of spots where I'll show you, where you want to practice, doing your jumps. Because it really matters later in the game. So we're going to do a little shortcut here. It matters later in the game because you you know, you'll run into a lot of sections where jumping needs to be absolutely precise. And this level has some good starter parts, and the first one's coming up right now. So, all about pressure. So, you want to do like some jumps you want to do light, so you don't hit the electricity. Some you want to do heavy, just so you go a higher distance. And you'll really get the feel for how to do those jumps if you just practice a good bit. And this game's all about timing and precision, so it just takes some practice. But you want to keep your jumps light so you don't hit your head on the electricity there, and then you want to kind of drop down to the bottom really low. So some of them, you know, when you fall off the side of a platform, you'll want to stay up high so you can make long jumps. This one you want to kind of get lower, like that. And that keeps you from hitting your head on the electricity up there and making the jump. So you'll get used to it. It just takes some practice. Alright, so here we got some nasty little bastards that drop down some drill bit looking things. Alright. We're just moving right along. Okay. Try to make that jump longer. I was trying to avoid the hit, but it didn't work. Alright, so we're gonna jump here. Take a little shortcut through here. Just run across. Then you want to walk off this. You don't want to jump, because if you jump, you might take damage. But walking off of it, you'll be pretty safe. Have a little bit of lighter jump there. And then bust these guys up with your fists. See how far that hitbox extends outside of Batman on his fists? It's pretty wild. Alright, so we're coming up on the next boss here. Now, this boss, when I was a kid, used to just... Oh, I used to hate it. And I know I took a little bit of damage there, but it's all good. Because if all goes well, I shouldn't take any more damage for the rest of the fight. And some of these fights, I won't show you, like, the best way to do it, as far as, like, not taking damage and all that. Some of it, I'm just going to show you how to DPS race against the enemy, which is just killing them as fast as possible. So that first part, you wanted to just use your batarang. This part, you want to use the gun. And whenever the acid things drip down, you just want to wait for that and then shoot. And on this gun part, you want to wait for it to shoot, then come up here and punch it. Don't get too close, because you'll get hit like that. And then that's it. Just punch it a couple times, and that's all it takes. So now we're entering the sewer. We're going to switch to our batarang immediately, because we got these guys to deal with. The best way to deal with them is to move back and forth, you know, left to right, and kind of get them to jump over you. They can be a little tricky, because sometimes they just like to stand there and just jump on your head over and over, and it's not cool. So if you just kind of kite them back and forth, that kind of helps. Alright, so got some more of these guys. Gonna do a little bit of platforming where you just kind of jump up to the pipe, go over. Okay. I don't know why I even went for the bonus, because it doesn't matter. We're going to leave the batarang on, because we got this guy, and he's just going to be a dick. Alright. See, but that's what I'm talking about, is that they can just kind of stand there and just step on you over and over. And that's no good. So we're going to wait for this to go by. We're going to jump, make 2 jumps, 3 jumps, and we're out. Alright, we're on 3-2 now. So we're going to want to avoid these turbines. So you want to kind of jump over here, because there's turbines down below as a little trap. Alright, got a heart back. Just going to drop down here. Going to jump away so we don't get hit by the mine. We're going to go ahead and switch to the batarang. So we got another one of these guys. Like I said, just kind of walk them back and forth. And get this guy to... He's just doing his little workout regimen over there by himself. Alright. So So we're pretty much done with this. We've got a little section here where we have to watch out for this guy. You can use a gadget on him, like a little batarang or something, if you want to safely do that. But you'll want to come up here. And this is a good, another good little place to practice your jumps and using precision. It's a little short section that's good for that. All right, so we're on 3-3. This is where things get a little bit tougher because we run into some kind of annoying enemies. So here you want to drop down, jump immediately, which, well, not immediately because you might get hit, but... All right, so this guy... These guys can be a huge pain in the ass. Sometimes I do good against them, other times I don't. But it's just... Batarangs are your best friend. That and what I'm about to do next. So this guy will despawn himself if you just kind of stand over here. Problem is you don't know if he's going to despawn or not unless you move forward, so that can kind of be a drawback, but it's still great that he despawns himself. It's really nice of him. Alright, getting lucky with health. I'm going to throw another batarang. Like I said, the batarangs help so much. Okay, here we're going to wait for the, well, I waited and then I didn't wait. But, alright. So here we're going to wait for this guy to shoot his fire, and we'll jump up and beat him up for trying to hurt the Batman. Here's another spot that it's good to practice for jumps, because if you touch the little spinning fan things there, that will fuck you up. So don't do that. And we're done with that. I'm going to switch to the batarang again. Just move over here and bust that guy up, and we're done with this level except for the boss fight. I'll see if I can take him out in one go. Probably won't be able to, but yeah, nope. And I wasted a good amount of batarangs, but I'm going to start right back here, so it's all good. So this is one I was talking about where you just DPS race him, where you're just trying to do as much damage as you can to him. And there you go. So we're already getting close to the end of the game. We have 2 levels left. This one is definitely a tough one. Got some mines here. See if we can get this thing's attention. There we go. All right. Well, that hurt, but all right. If any of those, drop down, just jump out of the way. You can hurt them, but so if you want to use a gadget to kill those, you can, or your fists. You can use your fists. I don't know why I haven't been doing that, honestly, but oh well. This level is not too bad until near the end. There's some really tricky platforming, but we'll get into that. This is probably, honestly, I know the last time I did a video, I said that the Cathedral was like the hardest level, and in some ways it is, but this level's probably the hardest with like the tricky stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's a toss-up just because this level's a little longer, but anyway. So the cool thing about punching enemies in this game is that if you punch them, it pretty much puts them in a stun animation and you won't take damage from them. And that's really useful because, I mean, they'll still do attacks and you can still get hit by that, but like they're just touching them won't hurt you anymore. So anyway, these little sections here, well, you don't want to do that. But these sections here, you're pretty much like, I'm just gonna play it safe and just punch at this guy. He's being a little dick. But anyway, I was rewarded with some health. But you want to drop off the side of these and use them to jump up. You don't have to do that, but honestly, it's a good practice. Well, I wish that I wasn't messing that up right now, but anyway, you want to hold left when you're doing that. like make sure that you are touched against the side of the platform. But here we're gonna avoid the gears, kill this enemy. Got this little guy here. Alright, we're almost to the end of this part, so it's not too bad. Sometimes I can get this jump, sometimes I can't. Oh, I got it. Nice. That's kind of a tricky jump. Like, you don't want to hit your head against the thing dropping projectiles, but... Alright, so here, just want to kind of jump punch, and if you're lucky, you won't take a hit there. I might be able to get a heart here or something. Yeah, not even gonna fool with it. It'd be nice to get a heart, because I don't really want to take a death here if I don't have to. Because I know I will at the boss for sure. Alright, I almost messed that up. Okay, well, we'll switch to the gun. This will be the first time I've used the gun since the second boss fight. But, alright. So here we got some just little shocks that happen. And these little things down here are like little... I knew I was going to take damage from that. Well, yeah, I'm jacking that all up. This is probably my least favorite section in the whole game. I don't do good at it. Sometimes I'll just nail it. Most of the time I don't. But, alright. So let's try that again. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for that again, so I don't die to it. Okay. Alright, we were able to get him in animation there where we couldn't take damage. Alright, good deal, good deal. Now we got this little jump here. Now what we'll do is just jump off of this. Get up here. You can just kind of skip that enemy. Alright, safely jump up here. Kind of move up. We're going to wait for the second shot. And then jump up. It's kind of tricky. The timing is very tricky on that. Just takes some practice. But you want to stay ducked. Jump when you can. There we go. Alright, we'll switch to the dirt. Take those guys out. I'm just going to be safe and use it again. I don't know why I'm keep missing. I'm trying to go back to his fists. Alright, this guy's wanting to be a little crazy with us. Ooh, that was close. Those guys have a big hitbox, so jumping over them's a little hard to do sometimes. Anyway, this boss is just going to murder me like immediately, and that's okay. But what you want to do is you want to stand up here and punch. These things shoot like up to 3 times sometimes, so... But the main goal is to just kind of just punch. Like I said, I don't even know why I'm really doing this. I should have just taken the death. But this is where I found as a kid to be the safest spot, but also like where speedrunners do it. Alright, so after that's destroyed, you're going to want to go down here and just kind of DPS race it, but at the same time, you can do it to where I think you can go through it without getting hurt, but I did not, so... Anyway, this just gives you a little bit more chance to see the boss a little bit. So just keep your punches, like, just keep smashing the punch button. Alright, killed that one really quick. Alright. Gonna wait for it to start moving here. That's it. If you just kind of keep throwing the batarangs wherever it's going, a lot of times it'll be in hit stun and it'll just go right through you and you won't take damage. But so anyway, we're on the final level of the game. This is the Cathedral. And this is a decently short level, but we have 2 boss fights at the end of it. And they can be a bit tricky if you don't know exactly what to do. So this is the trickiest part, is there are gears everywhere in this cathedral, and they are not fun. So this is where your skills get tested on your jumping. So this is a great place to practice. But so here you want to drop off and make that jump. You can just drop and do it, but you can also drop down to that platform and do it. So here's where things start to get a little tricky. You need to like kind of stagger your jumps to where you're kind of like, you know, making the jump whenever the enemy is getting done with their attack. If that makes any sense. So here's another little tricky jump. All right, what we're gonna do on this guy is we're gonna wait for him to make 2 stabs, and then we'll just punch him. Okay. So here is kind of a tricky jump. You have to make a light jump. You have to fall down, get to the bottom of the platform, and make a light jump. It's really hard. It's super tight. This part's a little bit of a bitch. I don't know why my punch got me hit, but god damn it. Alright, so sometimes this will happen and it's not good. Like, you'll get a good beginning and then you'll just have a really bad like rest of the level. So hopefully it doesn't continue. Maybe we'll get some hearts. Oh, there's one. Hell yeah. Alright. Wait for 2. And yeah, you can just land on the platform with them and do damage there, but I knew that was going to happen. Well, the thing that'll probably happen is I'll probably get to the first boss and die. And I don't really remember how many lives I have, but maybe it'll be enough to continue and not have to like start the whole level over. But those jumps right there can be a little tricky, but they just a little bit of practice. All right, I got some hearts and I'm good on ammo, so let's get into the first boss fight. This is Firebug, I think. Kind of a dick. So what you're going to do is you want to stay back in this corner and just jump over the 2 fireballs and hope that Firebug stays looped like this, because if you don't, that's what's going to happen. And yeah, I got to start the level over, but it's okay. This is the first continue I've had, so I feel pretty good about that. Yesterday I did a little test run and got through it no problem, but it'll give me a chance to explain some more stuff on some of these jumps, because I know like the first time through I wasn't doing the greatest job. So here we can drop off, do a little jump there. Okay. See if we can get a little smooth cathedral this time. Okay, we'll switch to the Batarang. And this all comes with practice. Like, I've had a lot of practice with this game because I've been playing it for a long time. I'll go for long periods where I don't play it, and you know, that kind of destroys a lot of my progress, but it just comes back to you. So anyway, continue our ascend here. Like I said, light jump, tight spot. Let's see if we can't do this a little better this time. Okay. There we go. That's a lot better. Could have been smoother, but all right. Now, you can get up on the platform with the enemy if you've got them stunned like that, but it takes a lot of precision, and sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. So this has been a good ascent. I haven't taken any damage yet. That's been nice. So this is how Cathedral can go if you do things correctly. But anyway, we're about back at Firebug here, so all right, let's hope this fight goes a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna back up a little bit, just because sometimes Firebug will just start punching. Like, he'll just break his loop, and yeah, like that. Thanks, Firebug. But yeah, like the looping is weird. Sometimes he'll stay like this the whole time and not give you any problems. But other times he's just a dick. But this is pretty much the whole fight. If you do this, you should be all right. There we go. All right, so now we're on to the Joker, and the Joker's a little bit tougher. So he can fire shots with his gun, and you want to jump over those. And he'll also bring down lightning, which will come down like pretty much directly in front of him. And see, the shots take so much health. But yeah, if he raises his arm to the sky, he's going to shoot lightning. So you want to back up just slightly if you're right in front of him. And then when he's running, if you're punching, you won't take damage. You can keep him in that stun I was talking about. Oh. See, if I just kept going, I'd have been all right. All right, jump over. He's gonna do his lightning. Yeah, sometimes judging the lightning is a little tough. Kind of a stressful fight, you know, but because his gunshots are the things you want to worry about the most, because they do so much damage. And he's gone. That was a bit of a close one. Like, if he'd gotten a shot off on me, I'd have been dead. But it's all right. But that shows you a pretty good thing, you know, a good, like, I guess just overall package of what the fight looks like in a long sense, because I know speedrunners they just bash him out. But anyway, so that was Batman. And I wanted to thank everybody for coming to the channel and for subscribing and watching my videos. Like, you guys make it all worth it. I have so much fun making these and just making my reviews, and I really can't wait to get more reviews out for you guys. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you and maybe help you beat Batman. It's just one of my favorite games of all time, and I've been trying to go through a lot of my favorite games and have how to beat videos, because I just have so much fun doing them, and so I hope you enjoy them. But anyway, thank you again so much, and if you have any questions, anything I didn't cover correctly, just hit me up in the comments and I'll answer any questions that you have. And I'll see you guys later in some of my reviews. See you in the next one.